Hello, I'm Natalie Day, your host on this great half hour of health, and I'm so excited you could join me. Today, we're talking about omega-3 fish oils. They're the most popular health supplements out there today for things like inflammation and all the problems that it causes, and so many of us are already taking fish oil. But let me ask you this. Are you seeing the benefits that they promise, such as reduced joint pain, lower triglycerides, lower blood pressure, better moods, or memory? My guess is no, and that's what we're talking about today. We're talking to one of my favorite guests of all time, Dr. Gary Gordon, and you will not believe what he has to say about fish oil and the health benefits you should be getting. We're going to talk about lower triglycerides, reducing joint pain, boosting your moods, your memory, even reducing your waistline without diet or exercise. I want to introduce you to an amazing product called Icelandic Fourmula 4, and it's being touted for the amazing results people are getting because it gives you 4 times the amount of these essential nutrients than you're getting from regular store-bought fish oil. It allows you to achieve something that my guest, Dr. Gordon, refers to as extreme health. And we're going to explain that in just a moment. But first, listen to a few clips of people taking this new quadruple strength omega-3 supplement called Icelandic Fourmula 4 and how it's changing their lives.
My hips used to be very sore and tender and almost feel locked, and I feel a lot more flexible since taking it.
I'm taking Icelandic Fourmula Omega-3 because I want to keep my heart healthy. I want to keep my mind clear, my joints active.
I would strongly recommend that you try Icelandic Fourmula, because if you have the same results that I have, I can tell you that you'll be living with more mental acuity and certainly a lot less pain.
I actually checked the formula, and I've checked the formula of store brands too, and there's a big difference in the potency if you look at the back of the bottles.
Some of the people in my church has been noticing how energetic that I am. I am willing to share the Icelandic Fourmula with them because it's a perfect secret.
Icelandic Fourmula Omega-3 has changed my life a lot.
We'll be hearing from more Icelandic Fourmula 4 users later on in the program. Stay tuned for that because I'm also going to tell you how you can try a full 1 month supply of this quadruple strength pharmaceutical grade omega-3 absolutely free today. It's a great radio special coming up. But first, to tell us this amazing story, let me welcome Dr. Gary Gordon. Dr. Gordon is the founder of the Gordon Research Institute and the School of Advanced Nutritional and Medical Research. He's a foremost leader and expert in the importance of blending homeopathic and traditional medical treatments. Dr. Gordon, thanks so much for being on the program.
My pleasure. I've been looking forward to this.
Dr. Gordon, we've seen it in books, on the news, there's articles in the newspaper and health journals. Omega-3 fish oils are quoted in so many different areas of our health, and so many of us are taking a fish oil supplement now. We're dealing with these issues anyway. It doesn't seem to be working, and your reason is that most of our issues are caused by inflammation. So let's get to the inside scoop here. Should we be taking fish oil? Is it helping our problems? And how is inflammation connected? What's the real story behind omega-3s?
Inflammation is tied to the cause of every health problem that we fear, from aging itself to the autoimmune diseases that we're seeing today, to autism and Alzheimer's and across-the-board heart disease, the entire spectrum of ill health. There isn't any condition in which you wouldn't be better off if you had been lucky enough to be getting a supplement that was high quality, that brought in the omega-3s. The biggest problem is the quantity. In other words, if you have any desire to have optimal health, you really need a real product that is going to give you in your daily intake 3 grams of high quality material that doesn't have in it any of the contaminants that are used when they wind up taking rancid fish that is less than ideal, that smells bad, and they have to mask it, but they're risking your health, and you're often only getting 300 milligrams of material when you buy a capsule. It is not going to even start to offset the huge imbalance of omega-6 that we are continuing to eat. People know they need omega-3, and everything's expensive today, so it's obvious if you can save a little money, you're going to try to buy something a little cheaper. But if you continue to have your health problem and you wind up having your knee replaced or your shoulder replaced or having surgery because you didn't get the right thing, it wasn't much of a cost saving. There isn't anyone in America who wouldn't live longer and live better if they were getting the essential fish oil that brought in the omega-3s.
Oh my, that's a lot to take in, but it does make sense. And, we know, if we're health conscious, that inflammation is the cause of so many problems that we face. The big pharmaceutical companies have their own prescription strength omega-3, which we're going to talk about later on in the program. But let's get back to Icelandic Formula 4. You've come out and put your name behind this formula, and you and many others are saying that it's 4 times more potent or more effective than typical fish oils, and it's giving us something called extreme health benefits. Before we talk about that, let's introduce Formula 4. What makes it so much better than other omega-3s out there today?
Right. We did a comparison test with the 6 top-selling omega-3 fish oil brands found in stores. When we compared the amount of omega-3 in our capsules with their capsules, there was no competition. Our 3 capsules provided 1,800 milligrams. The other formula had between 90 and 450 milligrams. That's not even good enough to achieve average health for anyone. So we need purified omega-3 with high DHA and EPA in order to achieve the desired effective level. We use only lab-tested pharmaceutical-grade omega-3 fish oil, and it contains omega-3 fish oil from the country that practically invented the stuff, Iceland. So when I compared the DHA and EPA levels, the important parts of omega-3, Formula 4 has 900 milligrams EPA and 600 milligrams DHA per serving of 3 capsules. The other 6 brands had between 50 and 180 milligrams per 3 capsules, just no comparison. This is why you would need to take 8 to 12 of the other brands just to get the same dose of Formula 4's 3 capsules, which you need for extreme health.
Dr. Gordon, what I love about Icelandic Formula 4 is that we can really see and feel the results, because when someone takes this, they're getting enough of the DHA and EPA that, is necessary to see these health improvements. I want to encourage my audience right now, if you're taking an omega-3 formula, if you thought about going on an omega-3 formula, this is your opportunity to try the top of the line in omega-3s. We're going to give you a huge amount of DHA and EPA. You're getting a dose that's 4 times the strength of other brands, and you can use it to help improve heart health, cholesterol, blood pressure, arthritis pain, muscle soreness, and even help with weight loss. This is something that's going to improve your mental sharpness, give you better moods, better energy. And today, Icelandic Formula 4 is making it so easy for you to try it. All you do is call 1-800-555-1212, and you get a 1-month supply of Icelandic Formula 4 free. It's part of the amazing radio special, and that's not all. If you're one of the first 500 callers, you're not only going to get a free bonus supply of the Icelandic Formula 4, but you'll also get the Icelandic Formula 4 Joint Cream Instant Pain Relief. You can use that for those sharp pains that you get in your elbows, your knees, your back, and you can get immediate relief while the capsule omega-3s are getting into your muscles, your bones, your tissues, your joints, and helping with that inflammation problem from the inside out. Now, when used as directed, the manufacturers of Icelandic Formula 4 are guaranteeing, you hear this? They're guaranteeing the results, and that's why they're so confident in sending out a free 1-month bonus supply with the radio special today when you call 1-800-555-1212, and you're going to get those key extreme health benefits. Icelandic Formula 4 has 4 times the strength of other fish oil. And remember, the first 500 callers get the free Icelandic Formula 4 Joint Cream free as well. So this is fantastic. Give them a call, 1-800-555-1212. Now, Dr. Gordon, you've been recommending Icelandic Formula 4 because it has this dosage amount and the potency amount that is 4 times the potency of store-bought fish oils. And you say that people feel extreme health. Let's define extreme health. What can my audience see and feel when they take this?
Extreme health to me means no cholesterol or blood pressure problems, no cracking and popping of your joints. You'll enjoy a healthy heart, no skin problems. You feel and you look great every day, and you have lots of energy, and your memory stays with you. In America, we have an epidemic of people whose brains are not working well. It's called brain fog, but it's memory loss. Dementia seems to start earlier and earlier the more our diet becomes related to junk fast food. I haven't had a patient need bypass surgery in over 20 years. I haven't had a patient die of a heart attack in all these years. So I've really studied this subject in great depth. And what we know is that when you take the omega-3, if you look at one endpoint, that is how many people die over how much time, how many people have to have heart surgery, how many people go in the hospital, you're going to win every time you bet on the omega-3, and you're going to lose on the statins because they are not treating the cause. They're merely masking the problem. Cholesterol actually goes up in your body as one way your body deals with inflammation. And when you take the omega-3, you're putting out inflammation. So you're putting the fire out instead of treating the fire. Our bodies are magnificently designed to last over 100 years, but it won't do it with counterfeit parts.
You know, Dr. Gordon, that's incredible. And I know we're talking about real benefits that people want and need in their lives. But as you said, if you're not taking the right omega-3, if you're getting counterfeit parts, you're not going to experience them. And this is where the triple purified quadruple strength Icelandic Formula 4 comes into play. Can you explain in lay terms what quadruple strength really means?
Well, quadruple means that you're going to essentially get out of one capsule what you would have to take 4 of the low-cost counterfeit products to achieve.
You know, I have a quote here from the American Heart Association that says 3,000 milligrams a day is the required amount to lower triglycerides by a whopping 40%. This is major for anybody out there with a cholesterol issue. And in order to get this 3,000 milligrams a day with a store-bought formula, I'm counting up 8 to 12 pills, like you just mentioned. But with the Icelandic Formula 4, we're talking about 3 pills. So I'm clear on this, doctor. 3 Icelandic Formula 4 pills can give you 3,000 milligrams a day, and that helps lower triglycerides by 40%, which is exactly the recommendation of the American Heart Association when it comes to fish oil and triglycerides.
Without question, this formula is going to lower triglycerides, lower cholesterol, lower inflammation, lower blood pressure. It is life-changing. It is so sad that we have so many people feeling ill, feeling tired, fighting obesity, fighting diabetes, and we don't get the information out that you really have to treat this missing link in your diet. You have to have it. And then when you have to have it, it's a shame that due to economics, a lot of people think they're getting something and they're being cheated because they go on with the sore neck and the sore joint and the blood pressure doesn't come down and they think, oh, I tried that omega-3, it doesn't work. That's what's really sad.
Dr. Gordon, I know we've talked about inflammation and all of the issues it causes and how effective Icelandic Formula 4 is at combating inflammation, but you mentioned before the program that there's an even bigger story. What is it? Fill us in.
What I haven't told you is the membrane of the cell is the brain of the cell. Nobody seems to know that. And so only when you've got the membrane made with the right building materials, the quality materials that are supposed to be there, will the brain effectively communicate with your toe and the cell next to it, and the vision is better and more clear. You can't just mask symptoms. At some point, you have to start dealing with causes.
Dr. Gordon, let's talk about the research behind this entire topic. What can we count on?
There is virtually no condition that you can't look up that hasn't been studied and is shown positive reports. And it's just so sad. No woman should go through a pregnancy without having the omega-3 supplementation. It's vital to the outcome of the healthy child. And once the child is born, she's got to be on the omega-3 because she can't invent it. The omega-3 has got to be in her diet, so it's going to be in what she feeds the baby when she's giving the baby its health-promoting DHA for the building blocks of your brain. Every step of our body is so tied to the need for this key nutrient. We can't live without it.
You know, Dr. Gordon, this is not only, if I'm understanding you correctly, not only helping us with our cardiovascular issues, our joints, our cholesterol, but it's working almost from head to toe in every facet of our body, it seems. Before we go any further, we really did skip around a little bit, and we haven't covered blood pressure, and I know that's such a big issue for people. Let's talk about Icelandic Formula 4 and how it impacts blood pressure.
When you're on an omega-3, you lower the actual stickiness of your blood. And another way of saying that is it makes the blood thinner, more like wine instead of like tomato ketchup. When your blood is thick, in order for the heart to push it through your arteries, it has to work harder and the pressure goes up. And when you're on omega-3, even the arteries that we have to stay soft and flexible are much more flexible, like a brand new garden hose when you're on omega-3s. So it wins two ways. The fluid going through is not as thick, so it goes through much easier with less resistance, and the tubes handling it. The tubes, after all, are made out of cells, and those cells have membranes, and the membranes are made by the right oils when you get omega-3. So now you have more flexible tubes and less viscous blood. So of course blood pressure always gets normalized in lucky people who learn to get the correct dose of the right kind of effective omega-3 formula, which is the Iceland Formula 4. It delivers the most EPA, DHA, and total omega-3 per serving. It provides at least 3,000 milligrams of omega-3 per serving to properly support your active lifestyle. It is quadruple strength, giving you 4 times the health benefits.
Let me play a couple of clips of people using this formula in the right amounts and how it's making a difference in their lives. Listen to this.
Icelandic Formula has completely improved my concentration. I am no longer saying, what was that guy's name?
I started taking Icelandic Formula Omega-3, and I noticed immediately that the pain in my right knee is gone.
If you have the same results that I have, I can tell you that you'll be living with more mental acuity and certainly a lot less pain.
I actually checked the formula, and I've checked the formula of store brands too. And there's a big difference in the potency if you look at the back of the bottles.
Icelandic Formula, it keeps me going, it keeps me active.
For me, Icelandic Formula is the fountain of youth.
Again, when you talk about natural products, you have to talk about results, and people only talk about a product when it really works for them. So those are incredible stories. I want to encourage my audience right now, if you're taking an omega-3 formula, if you thought about going on an omega-3 formula, this is your opportunity to try the top of the line in omega-3s. We're going to give you a huge amount of DHA and EPA. You're getting a dose that's 4 times the strength of other brands, and you can use it to help improve heart health, cholesterol, blood pressure, arthritis pain, muscle soreness, and even help with weight loss. This is something that's going to improve your mental sharpness, give you better moods, better energy. And today, Icelandic Formula 4 is making it so easy for you to try it. All you do is call 1-800-555-1212, and you get a 1-month supply of Icelandic Formula 4 free. It's part of the amazing radio special, and that's not all. If you're one of the first 500 callers, you're not only going to get a free bonus supply of the Icelandic Formula 4, but you'll also get the Icelandic Formula 4 Joint Cream Instant Pain Relief. You can use that for those sharp pains that you get in your elbows, your knees, your back, and you can get immediate relief while the capsule omega-3s are getting into your muscles, your bones, your tissues, your joints, and helping with that inflammation problem from the inside out. Now, when used as directed, the manufacturers of Icelandic Formula 4 are guaranteeing, you hear this? They're guaranteeing the results, and that's why they're so confident in sending out a free 1-month bonus supply with the radio special today when you call 1-800-555-1212, and you're going to get those key extreme health benefits. Icelandic Formula 4 has 4 times the strength of other fish oil. And remember, the first 500 callers get the free Icelandic Formula 4 Joint Cream free as well. So this is fantastic. Give them a call, 1-800-555-1212. Now, before we run out of time, Doctor, let's talk about a subject that's very near and dear to my heart, and that is weight loss. What is the story behind DHA and EPA, this quadruple strength fish oil, and how can we use it for weight loss?
It is so exciting to finally find, and a really great book has come out by the head of the Institute for Functional Medicine. It's called The Blood Sugar Solution by Mark Hyman, and the endorsement by President Bill Clinton says in the last decade, the rise of obesity and diabetes has emerged as a crisis that threatens our families, the global economy, and the success of our next generation. The weight loss that is seen in case after case, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80 pounds, it ties to the simple fact that we have a condition now that is actually being called the epidemic of our time, and that is what we call insulin resistance. And we have this as the cause of heart disease, dementia, cancer, and premature death throughout the world. So if we think a drug that masks symptoms is going to keep our country healthy and productive, it's failing. And we've got to move into treating causes. And part of the causes is this epidemic of needing to turn down inflammation, and omega-3 is a key step in that process.
Isn't it amazing that this one nutrient, the omega-3 with the high levels of DHA and EPA, can help with such an array of conditions? I mean, from lowering triglycerides to helping you lower pounds on the scale. Wouldn't it be great if we could take just this one serving of Icelandic Formula 4 and get help with cholesterol, blood pressure, mind, mood, memory, weight loss, all of these things we've just been talking about, and more importantly, be able to count on the clinical studies and what doctor after doctor after doctor have said is possible when you get the right dose and the right purity of these fish oils. Dr. Gordon, what about case studies? I know that you've worked with this formula specifically quite a bit, and doctors that are using it in their practices. Any case studies with Icelandic Formula 4? I mean, what happens really when someone takes this quadruple strength omega-3? What happens in their body? Any real life examples?
Well, I like the story of a doctor friend of mine who's a neurosurgeon who finds that patients referred to him after serious pain in the head and neck region, facing the need for surgery, don't need surgery when they get a big enough dose of the right material. I love it when somebody avoids surgery for a painful condition because somebody gives them the right level. And these people had all tried the routine doses because it's part of medical practice today. Doctors are open to the fact that you need omega-3, but they had still referred these patients to my friend, the top neurosurgeon, for surgery. And when we gave them the real product at the real dose, they canceled the need for surgery. Their pain went away.
Wow. I mean, that's unbelievable, an incredible testament.
That's the possibility that we can face for a nation when we start treating causes and not treat symptoms. My most effective story is very simple. I combined omega-3 with my other knowledge of nutrition. I put it into a formula that I call Beyond Chelation, and with that knowledge, I have canceled bypass surgery on all of my patients for over 20 years. I don't do stenting, and I do not have people calling saying, the stuff doesn't work, Dad died. So across the board where I live, the omega-3 was an essential part. Without the omega-3, I wouldn't dare be canceling bypass surgery on people who had known blockages who other doctors feel warrant having heart surgery, and I just cancel it because that's how key this is to the total program that I have my patients on.
I feel like we have just scratched the surface on this entire story. I have so many more questions, but unfortunately we are out of time. So here's the final one. What are we missing? What are the final thoughts that we can leave our audience with?
My final thought is that when you're getting the Formula 4, you're getting more for less. You're getting only lab-tested pharmaceutical-grade omega-3 fish oil, and you're getting the omega-3 fish oil from the country that practically invented the stuff, Iceland, where the waters still are pristine and clean.
Dr. Gordon, thank you so much for being on the program today, for bringing us this information, for clarifying sometimes a convoluted issue, and for this great product, allowing us to try it for free, the information and the passion that you have given us this information in, because it really does allow us to think differently about our health. I definitely want to have you back again soon.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure doing this with you.
Folks, you have just heard an amazing, eye-opening interview with Dr. Gary Gordon. And before you get that 800 number one more time to get that free bottle of Icelandic Formula 4 today, listen to some more people changing their lives right now because they finally got the right amounts of omega-3s into their diet. They're incredible. Listen to this.
My concentration has definitely increased. I'm at the computer. I can remember what I need to do. Whereas, because I've been going through menopause, it's just been going bonkers with not remembering things.
I would strongly recommend that you try Icelandic Fourmula, because if you have the same results that I have, I can tell you that you'll be living with more mental acuity and certainly a lot less pain.
Some of the people in my church has been noticing how energetic that I am, and I am willing to share the Icelandic Fourmula with them because it's a perfect secret.
I'm taking Icelandic Fourmula Omega-3 because I want to keep my heart healthy. I want to keep my mind clear, my joints active.
My hips used to be very sore and tender and almost feel locked, and I feel a lot more flexible since taking it.
Icelandic Fourmula Omega-3 has changed my life a lot.
Okay, folks, this is your last opportunity to try the top of the line in omega-3s, and it's really going to make a difference in your life. This gives you a huge amount of DHA and EPA. You're getting a dose that's 4 times the strength of other brands. It can be used to help improve heart health, cholesterol, blood pressure, arthritis pain, sore muscles, and again, my favorite, even weight loss. You're going to have better mental sharpness, better moods, higher energy levels. And today, it has never been easier to try Icelandic Fourmula 4. All you do is call 1-800-555-1212, and you're going to get a free 1-month supply of Icelandic Fourmula 4 as part of the radio special. And that's not all. Be one of the first 500 callers, and you'll also get a free bonus supply of Icelandic Fourmula 4's joint cream, and that's for that immediate pain relief that you get in your elbows, your knees, your back. While you're waiting for these wonderful Icelandic Fourmula 4 quadruple strength fish oil to get into your joints, your muscles, your tissues, you can now get immediate pain relief, and that does come free today. So you're getting help from the inside and the outside from pain and inflammation while really giving your body what it needs. When used as directed, the manufacturers of Icelandic Fourmula 4 are guaranteeing the results. I mean, you can't get that in a store. Stores aren't going to guarantee that the products they sell work for you. This manufacturing company of Icelandic Fourmula 4 is so confident that when they send you a free 1-month bonus supply today as part of the radio special, that you're going to love the results you get and become a customer for life. So all you do is call 1-800-555-1212. And you're going to be getting those extreme health benefits with Icelandic Fourmula 4. Again, first 500 callers also get the free Fourmula 4 joint cream. So call them today, 1-800-555-1212. Thanks for listening. Until next time, be well.